Hi, welcome to part 66. We will look at some more questions today. If you have not yet subscribed, do so, and this is the channel name you should subscribe to. See, this is a question. You have a gaming company. Okay, sometimes what happens is there is some latency. Suppose 5 players are playing, and for 2 players, latency happens, and for the 3 players, uh, there is no problem. So there is an unfair advantage that these 3 players got. Now those 2 players cannot win. So that is an unfair advantage. So the performance of the gaming application should be same for all players. Okay, that is one. Now, what is a gaming application running on? It is making use of EC2 instance. What is EC2 instance? This is a compute. Imagine this is just a computer on cloud. Your own laptop, you have put it inside AWS cloud. So if you want to install softwares, put applications, just like you do it on your laptop, you do it on EC2 instance. So this gaming application, it is on EC2 instance. And they have put auto scaling. Why do they put auto scaling groups? Auto scaling means, like, if one instance is there and 5 gamers are there, it is running fine. Now if 15 gamers come, now one instance will be making the game slow. So we add 2 more new instance, 3 instance automatically gets added. Now it will automatically detect, okay, number of users are increasing, let me add more instance. So that is auto scaling group, and which is good. This gaming application should be on auto scaling group. And they also have ALB means they will balance the load between the instances. If one instance is highly loaded, the new gamer request will not go there, it will go to available instance. Now what is it that you are supposed to do? You are supposed to solve a problem. So you want to monitor the health of the application, and if due to some reason it is becoming slow, you have to redirect the traffic to healthy endpoint. If it is saying healthy instance, EC2 instance, then you use load balancer. But if it says endpoint, then load balancer is not an answer. That is one. Now let us scan the options. You see, you have DynamoDB here. Okay. Now DynamoDB, why we use? It is a serverless database, no SQL. You don't have to fire SQL here. So who uses it? Some applications like Uber. If you want to design such applications where you want lowest latency, highest performance, your users cannot wait more than a second, then you use DynamoDB. See, here also we could have used to store gaming data. We usually state the state data we keep in DynamoDB, but here they are not talking about storing the state data. They are talking about redirecting the endpoints. So that for that, DynamoDB is not a solution. The other thing is, this also says caching, like that DAX. See, DAX caching is useful if you suppose you are firing similar requests again and again. So that data will be in cache. It will not go to database, and you will get lowest latency and highest performance. But that is good for reporting or read kind of thing. Here question is saying redirect the traffic to healthy endpoints. This guy is not equipped to do that. Now C and D both are making use of cloud front distribution and cache behavior. Again, see, cache behavior, it will improve in performance and reduce latency. For similar queries, again and again you're asking similar questions, but for example, in Netflix you are watching a Family Man episode, for example. So it is in cache and you will get good performance. Here the question is not talking about that use case. The question is saying, divert me to a healthy endpoint, which option A can do it. This is the right choice. See, first we will use global accelerator. So global accelerator, it is going to improve performance of your application. And how it improves? It does not use internet. It uses AWS global network, which is not internet. It has its own network, own cables, own wires. And then it says we will add a listener. See, listener is important to understand. The endpoint is not healthy. It will listen and say, oh, the endpoint is not healthy. Okay. And then it attached to a regional endpoint in each region. So it will send to a proper endpoint, healthy endpoint. And here we add ALB as endpoint so that this ALB will get the request. The endpoint should be at ALB level because EC2 instances should not be an endpoint because EC2 instances are behind an ALB. Question is already saying that. That is why your endpoint, you should add endpoint at ALB level and not EC2 instance level. So option A is our right answer. See, this next question, what it is saying is, you have a company is there, they have million users for their mobile app. Say something like Uber, they have so many users. Okay, and the company must analyze the data usage in near real time. Users are coming, the data is coming, they should immediately analyze the data. Plus, the data should also be encrypted in near real time. It is not real time, but they are saying near real time. Okay, so and the data must be stored in a centralized location in Parquet format for processing. You want least operational overhead. See, first of all, real time, near real time. See, if it is real time, no, total real time, it is a good use case for data stream. Data stream. So I'm talking about this one, Kinesis data stream. See, first of all, AWS, under Kinesis, there are different products. So here I'm talking about streams. So streams are usually connected to sensors, IoT devices, mobile devices. So real time is the use case. Since here we are saying near real time, I would not use data stream here. Okay. Now C and D are making use of a data firehose delivery stream. See, this is to load real time or near real time streams into data lakes. This is what we ideally want here because we want to take that data and perform analysis on top of that data. Okay, so C and D, they are telling I will take that, I will use Kinesis Firehose stream. I will put the data in S3, which is good. Both are equal here. But C is telling I will then use EMR cluster. See, if you have to process big data, no, lot of data, millions, billions of records, then we use EMR. See, our question here is not telling that we have billions of records. We only want the data that is coming in near real time. So in near real time, you will never get a billion of records for which you need EMR cluster. You will get some records. So option D, you get some records. Now what do you use to analyze? You should use Kinesis data analytics to analyze the data. See, your data is there in S3 buckets now. You got to analyze. So what product will you use? So we will use this product, Kinesis data analytics. So here application is the primary resource in data analytics. So you can continuously read and process streaming data. You write application code using SQL to process incoming data and produce output. That means using SQL, you can analyze that data now. You see this Firehose delivery stream. From here, the data we kept in S3 bucket. See here, data went through this process and we kept it in S3 bucket. Here it is, and now we are plugging this guy to read it. Option D is our final answer. So you have this next question. You have a gaming company. Okay, they have an application. Again, they are saying we have put our application on EC2 instance and application load balancer they have, and the data they are storing in RDS for MySQL. So they have EC application, they have put it on EC2 instance. This is your EC2, and they got a database. Yeah, database is there. This is database is RDS, okay, and then RDS is okay. Now we got ELB here, so you have load balancer here, and this is where your users stand, okay. That gamers over there, this is where they stand. Your application is residing on top of these all stuff. They are again experiencing long delays, and sometimes interruption happen. Where which process interruption happens? Which process? Which process? The database read process. Okay, that process problem happening. If problem happens at read process, what is the solution? Forget about options. What is the solution? I told you, improve read performance using caching solution. So here also we have to improve it using caching solution. Okay, so you want to improve user experience, you want to minimize changes, you don't want to put lot of changes. Like what application architecture changes you can do now, you can say, hey guys, let's take this database away, let us put DynamoDB and let us use DAX caching. It had DAX accelerator. It will be a big architecture change. No, who is going to approve this cost? You want to minimize the changes. As an architect, you should minimize changes, you should minimize cost. That should be a number one goal. Okay, why you should minimize? Because you are already charging them expensive salary, no? So somewhere you have to save cost for them, otherwise why they have hired you? Okay, so what you should do? First, D is saying I will migrate the database. See, same example I told you. They're saying I will move to DynamoDB. It is it will not minimize changes. C says migrate the application from EC2 instance to Lambda. Again, an architecture change you are making. So you will have to write a new piece of code also now, because your code may be in a different language like Perl or something in EC2 instance. Now you will have to write it in Lambda. Lambda does not support all languages. So you will have to see which language Lambda support, and then you will have to use that language, convert your existing code into that coding language. It's a big change. B says we will use RDS proxy between application and database. Here we'll use proxy here. This place they want to use a proxy. Proxy is a network solution. Proxy is not a solution to improve performance. Our answer should be this. We should use elastic cache. See, two companies manufacture cache. One is Redis, the other is Memcache. Nowadays, hardly people use Memcache. We are using Redis in most of our client applications. Okay, and it sits between the application and database. There you have to keep, because anything read happens multiple times, you are asking same questions, it is stored in cache. So the load on database is not there, first. Second, since it does not go to database, and then database will figure out, okay, how should I retrieve this response, run that SQL query, give you back the data, that time is saved. Since the time is saved, you feel as if your performance has increased. In the business intelligence solutions or AI solutions, we always prefer to use cache in between if you are making a lot of reads. But if you have ETL operations, caching will not help there at all. Don't put cache there. Don't spend money in cache there. So you have not subscribed, then do so. It will help you with Azure, Google Cloud, AWS Cloud certifications. And we will post many more such parts. But you can watch other playlist There are so many playlists. More than 900 videos are here for you to study. Now don't think, is it still valid? Are these questions still valid? Even the questions are 5 years old, it is still valid. The product is same. Hardly some features are getting changed. Okay. So don't spend time understanding is it still valid or not. Start studying, man. Your parents will not tell you to study like standard 10th and etc. Start studying. Spend time going through the content, understanding concepts and etc. Okay. See you in the next part.